What is the minimum internal cooking temperature for ground beef in order to prevent foodborne illness? A. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 150 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 155 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: D. Ground beef should be cooked to a minimum internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure it is safe for consumption. This temperature kills harmful bacteria such as E. coli and Salmonella, which can be present in ground meat. When should a food handler wash their hands? A. After handling money. B. After taking a break. C. After using the restroom and before handling food. D. After tasting food. Answer: C. Proper hand washing is essential in preventing foodborne illness. Hands should be washed after using the restroom and before handling food. This helps prevent the transfer of harmful bacteria or viruses to the food being prepared or served. What is the primary concern when storing food in a refrigerator? A. The food is stored at the correct temperature. B. The food is stored on the top shelf. C. The food is labeled with a use-by date. D. The refrigerator is clean and odor-free. Answer: A. The primary concern when storing food in a refrigerator is maintaining the correct temperature, which is 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below. This temperature slows down the growth of harmful bacteria that can cause foodborne illnesses. At what temperature should hot food be held to prevent bacterial growth? A. 120 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 125 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 135 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: C. Hot food should be held at a minimum temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria. This temperature range keeps the food safe and ensures it remains at a temperature that inhibits bacterial growth. What is the danger zone for food temperature? A. 0 degrees Fahrenheit to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 145 degrees Fahrenheit to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: B. The danger zone is the temperature range between 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 135 degrees Fahrenheit, where bacteria grow most rapidly. Food should be kept out of this temperature range to prevent contamination and foodborne illnesses. What is the best way to prevent cross-contamination when storing food? A. Store food in the original packaging. B. Store raw meat above cooked food in the refrigerator. C. Store food at room temperature for a short period. D. Store raw meat below ready-to-eat food in the refrigerator. Answer: D. To prevent cross-contamination, raw meat should always be stored below ready-to-eat foods in the refrigerator. This minimizes the risk of raw juices from meat contaminating other foods. How often should food contact surfaces be sanitized in a food establishment? A. Every hour. B. Every 4 hours. C. Every 6 hours. D. After every use. Answer: D. Food contact surfaces, such as cutting boards, knives, and countertops, should be sanitized after every use to prevent the spread of bacteria and viruses. This is essential for maintaining a safe food handling environment. Which of the following is a correct procedure for thawing frozen food? A. Thaw food on the counter at room temperature. B. Thaw food in hot water. C. Thaw food in a refrigerator at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. D. Thaw food in the microwave and cook immediately. Answer: C. The safest method for thawing frozen food is to place it in a refrigerator at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. This prevents the food from reaching the danger zone where bacteria can multiply quickly. How should a food handler prevent foodborne illness caused by norovirus? A. Wash hands regularly and avoid touching food with bare hands. B. Use gloves for every task. C. Only wash fruits and vegetables before serving. D. Avoid serving raw food. Answer A. Norovirus can be transmitted through contaminated hands and surfaces. Food handlers should wash their hands frequently, especially after using the restroom or handling food waste, and avoid touching food with bare hands whenever possible. What is the maximum time that potentially hazardous foods should be left at room temperature during food preparation? A. 1 hour. B. 2 hours. C. 4 hours. D. 6 hours. Answer B. Potentially hazardous foods should not be left at room temperature for more than 2 hours. After this time, the food enters the danger zone, increasing the risk of bacterial growth and contamination. What type of thermometer is most accurate for measuring the temperature of cooked meat? A. Bimetallic stemmed thermometer. B. Digital thermometer. C. Thermocouple thermometer. D. Infrared thermometer. Answer B. A digital thermometer is the most accurate for measuring the temperature of cooked meat. It provides quick readings and can measure temperatures within a very narrow range, making it ideal for determining the safety of cooked food. Which food item is most likely to cause a foodborne illness if not cooked to the proper temperature? A. Bread. B. Fish. C. Rice. D. Apples. Answer B. Fish, especially shellfish, is highly susceptible to contamination with bacteria and viruses. It should be cooked to a minimum internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure it is safe to eat. What is the main purpose of the HACCP, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point, system? A. To monitor food preparation techniques. B. To identify and control food safety hazards in the food production process. C. To evaluate employee performance. D. To monitor food costs and inventory. Answer B. The HACCP system is designed to identify and control food safety hazards during food production. By implementing this system, food establishments can ensure that food safety risks are minimized at each stage of food handling. Which of the following is an example of physical contamination in food? A. Bacteria from undercooked meat. B. Pieces of glass or metal in food. C. Chemical cleaning agents in food. D. Improper storage temperatures. Answer B. Physical contamination occurs when foreign objects, such as glass, metal, or plastic, contaminate food. This type of contamination can cause injuries and make food unsafe to consume. What is the best way to check the temperature of a refrigerator? A. Use a meat thermometer. B. Use a refrigerator thermometer. C. Use a water thermometer. D. Check the temperature of a frozen item inside the refrigerator. Answer B. The best way to check the temperature of a refrigerator is by using a refrigerator thermometer. This device provides an accurate reading of the internal temperature, helping ensure that food is being stored safely. Which of the following is the most important practice when handling food to prevent contamination? A. Wearing gloves at all times. B. Washing hands frequently. C. Wearing a hairnet. D. Keeping the kitchen area clean. Answer B. Hand washing is the most important practice for preventing foodborne illness. Food handlers should wash their hands frequently, especially before handling food, after using the restroom, and after touching potentially contaminated surfaces. What is the maximum allowable time for food to be in the temperature danger zone? A. 2 hours. B. 4 hours. C. 6 hours. D. 12 hours. Answer A. Food should not be left in the temperature danger zone, 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, for more than 2 hours. After this time, bacteria can multiply rapidly, making the food unsafe to consume. What should a food handler do if they find a cut or burn on their hand? A. Continue working without gloves. B. Wash the wound and bandage it properly. C. Continue working, but be careful. D. Use gloves without covering the wound. Answer B. If a food handler has a cut or burn on their hand, it should be properly cleaned and bandaged to prevent contamination of the food. Gloves should be worn to further protect the food from coming into contact with the wound. Which of the following is a major cause of cross-contamination in a food service establishment? A. Storing food in airtight containers. B. Using separate cutting boards for raw meat and vegetables. C. Allowing food to sit out at room temperature for too long. D. Using sanitized towels to wipe surfaces. Answer C. Allowing food to sit out at room temperature for too long is a major cause of cross-contamination. This practice can lead to the growth of harmful bacteria that may contaminate other food. What should be done if a food handler has symptoms of vomiting or diarrhea? A. The employee can continue to work if they wear gloves. B. The employee must be excluded from the establishment until they are symptom-free for 24 hours. C. The employee can continue working as long as they wash their hands frequently. D. The employee must stay at least 10 feet away from food preparation areas. Answer B. Employees showing symptoms of vomiting or diarrhea must be excluded from the establishment until they are symptom-free for at least 24 hours. This prevents the spread of contagious illnesses like norovirus and foodborne pathogens. What is the proper way to store raw eggs in a refrigerator? A. In the original carton on the top shelf. B. In a plastic bag on the bottom shelf. C. In a sealed container on the middle shelf. D. In a bowl, covered with plastic wrap. Answer A. Raw eggs should be stored in their original carton on the top shelf of the refrigerator to avoid contamination of other foods, especially ready-to-eat items. The top shelf helps keep the eggs at the right temperature and reduces the risk of cross-contamination. Which of the following is considered a chemical hazard in food? A. Bacteria from raw meat. B. Pesticides on fruits and vegetables. C. Pieces of broken glass. D. Improper temperature control. Answer B. Chemical hazards include contaminants like pesticides, food additives, and cleaning chemicals. Pesticides on fruits and vegetables are considered a chemical hazard and must be removed by thoroughly washing produce before use. What is the most effective way to prevent pests from entering a food establishment? A. Keep doors open to increase air circulation. B. Install air curtains and close gaps in doors and windows. C. Place traps around the food storage areas. D. Use strong chemical repellents around food. Answer B. Installing air curtains and closing gaps in doors and windows are the most effective ways to prevent pests from entering a food establishment. These measures reduce the opportunity for pests to infiltrate the building and contaminate food. When should a food handler wear gloves? A. When handling hot food. B. When serving food to customers. C. When preparing ready-to-eat food after washing hands. D. When touching utensils only. Answer C. Gloves should be worn when handling ready-to-eat food after washing hands. Gloves serve as an additional barrier to prevent contamination, but proper hand washing before putting on gloves is still necessary to maintain food safety. What is the best method for cooling hot food quickly? A. Place the food in the refrigerator immediately. B. Stir the food frequently while cooling. C. Use shallow pans to increase the surface area. D. Add ice directly into the food. Answer: C. To cool hot food quickly, it should be placed in shallow pans. This increases the surface area, allowing the food to cool more quickly and safely. The food should then be transferred to the refrigerator or freezer to finish cooling. How often should employees at a food establishment be trained on food safety? A. Annually. B. Every 2 years. C. Every 5 years. D. Only when hired. Answer: A. Employees should be trained on food safety annually to ensure that they are aware of the latest food safety guidelines and best practices. Ongoing training is critical for maintaining a safe environment and reducing the risk of foodborne illnesses. What is the correct procedure for handling a foodborne illness outbreak in a food establishment? A. Continue serving food while investigating the issue. B. Report the outbreak to the local health department immediately. C. Ignore the situation unless customers complain. D. Only investigate if the illness affects more than 5 customers. Answer: B. In the case of a foodborne illness outbreak, it is essential to report the incident to the local health department immediately. Quick reporting allows authorities to investigate the source and take appropriate actions to prevent further spread. Which of the following is the proper storage order in a refrigerator? A. Raw poultry, raw fish, ready-to-eat foods. B. Ready-to-eat foods, raw poultry, raw fish. C. Raw fish, raw poultry, ready-to-eat foods. D. Raw fish, ready-to-eat foods, raw poultry. Answer: B. The proper storage order in a refrigerator is ready-to-eat foods on the top shelf, followed by raw poultry, then raw fish. This prevents juices from raw meats from dripping onto other foods and causing contamination. What is the recommended temperature for a freezer? A. 0 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. B. 32 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 41 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: A. Freezers should be kept at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or lower to ensure that food is properly frozen and to prevent the growth of bacteria. Storing food at the correct temperature helps maintain quality and safety. How can food handlers prevent the risk of allergen contamination in food? A. Use the same equipment for all foods. B. Only serve one type of food at a time. C. Clean and sanitize utensils, equipment, and surfaces after handling allergens. D. Store allergenic foods on the bottom shelf. Answer: C. To prevent allergen contamination, food handlers should clean and sanitize utensils, equipment, and surfaces after handling foods containing allergens. This helps prevent cross-contact, which can be life-threatening for individuals with food allergies.